there's a new study that's apparently changed one man's life. One white supremacist looks like he's given up his racist views because he tried some MDMA, also known as Molly or ecstasy. He enrolled in a study in February of 2020, and it investigated whether or not MDMA could actually change the way people feel, increase their pleasantness of touch, and maybe their love. So what does it work when it comes to one said white supremacist? After the experience, this man named Brendan returned a form to the researchers and he wrote, "This experience has helped me sort out a debilitating personal issue." He told them, "Google my name. I now know what I need to do." Oh. The researchers looked up Brendan and discovered that he was a white supremacist who had lost his job after being revealed as the leader of a white nationalist group. He had also attended the Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville in 2017. We know what happened there. He's also led the US Midwest faction of Identity Europa, a white supremacist group rebranded in 2019 as the American Identity Movement, because they got to keep changing their names because they're white supremacists. So they tracked him down, worried about what he meant by "I now need to know what I need to do," because white supremacists said, "I know what I need to do, and I come to this enlightenment." So they're a little concerned. This is what he told them. 30 minutes after taking the MDMA pill, Brendan questioned, "Why am I doing this? Why am I thinking this way?" And he wondered why he had jeopardized the relationships in his life. He realized that his life was missing some connections. I understand, that is cool. Maybe you're figuring things out. As we evolve and progress, new things get discovered about things that are truly important. It's true that MDMA is known for causing feelings of empathy and sociability. But this Harriet DeWitt, who led this whole research, said this: "It's what everyone says about this damn drug, that it makes people feel love." But she was still shocked by the transformation that Brendan had gone through, though. Nuwer pointed out that Brendan's seemingly spontaneous change appears to be an exception to the norm. MDMA releases the chemical Oxycontin, which our bodies naturally produce, but the chemical causes animals to fiercely love their own, but also protect them from others, which can mean a disdain for outsiders may actually increase. But it didn't have that effect here. In this case, it was suggested that MDMA has the potential to influence a person's values and priorities. That's what the authors wrote. And they hypothesized that if extremist views are fueled by fear, anger, and cognitive biases, they could potentially be treated with drugs. Is this the answer?
Yeah, I think.
We'll just like sprinkle it over like these when they're training in the middle of their.
Yeah, where's the Chinese weather balloons when you need one, huh?
Yeah, you want to crop dust the hate rallies. Good plan.
Yeah, crush up some Molly and hey, look, I found it. They spread it all over the Trump rallies. Problem solved. They're like, "I knew it. Fauci and 5G did it, and they put it in the Molly." No, okay. First of all, we're not doing any of that, and nor would that work. Okay. So, but it does turn out that if you're looking for love, you might want to look for Molly. I get it. I get why it would create that chemical reaction. But guys, is it going to create it every time? No, not necessarily. And and you should be super careful of how much of it you take, and don't expect magic. Just because it has that effect on one person doesn't mean that they've studied it and had the meta studies, et cetera, that could prove it. It doesn't mean that the minute you slip it into, Uncle Fred's drink while he's watching Fox News, that all of a sudden he's gonna be like, "Oh my God, I kind of see the love." That's it. I'm voting for Bernie from now on. Okay, I don't think it works quite that way. Okay, I have more theories, but Mark.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think you're going to find anybody jumping off the Sean Hannity train just because they're taking Molly's. And I have to say also, I mean, not to sound like, I'm so glad you said it first, but it really it can be tricky. I mean, anything that involves mind altering can alter the wrong way and in scary ways. This is an amazing story. To be honest, it's almost like it's like act one of a sort of a. It could go comedy or it could go horror. You know what I mean? Taking a white supremacist or a hateful guy who's alienated his entire family and his entire community because of his hate, takes this whatever, in this case it's Molly, and somehow transforms himself, and now his world is about reconnecting with all of these people. I feel like there's, I don't know, like a Bill Murray movie there or something, but But here it is. I mean, it's the real thing. But again, your mileage may vary, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Look, but overall, don't get me wrong. I believe it. I believe it had this effect on this guy, and I believe that it could have similar effects on others. But this is why we should have never had these drugs on Schedule 1 or any other kind of schedule where we had that insane rule where we couldn't do research on them. No, you should believe in science, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, part of the establishment or not. So by all means, they should do a lot of studies on these drugs, including LSD and shrooms. We covered that last week. Yes, a lot of these, and marijuana, wind up having positive effects in ways that we did not know before because the US government in its infinite stupidity blocked all research on these drugs. Let them do the research first before you do your own personal research. That's just a word to the wise. Yeah, Mark.
That's money, and that's money too. What Cenk's talking about is money. I mean, that's the reason that research was blocked, and that's the reason that this has been walled off. All of everything from marijuana to shrooms and so on. And these are infinitely better. Even I would suggest respectfully. I mean, better than alcohol. I think alcohol can get you, and I'm a drinker. Okay, so but I'm just saying you look at gun deaths and you look at other mayhem related to substances, and alcohol is way outpacing anything in this other category. And so yeah, this is a wildly intriguing story for that reason.
Maybe instead of Molly, it'll start being called woke, because this guy Brendan, after doing this, he hired a diversity, equity, and inclusion consultant to help him out. He went to therapy and he began meditating. Woke.
But you know what?
That's Act 3.
Go ahead, Mike.
That was Act 3.
No, that's Act 3 of the movie. I mean, it's just great.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. But no, I have Act 4, if Act 4s exist, okay? We tell the right wing that it's the woke drug, and they get so mad. You know how they always smash things like the Kirk machines and the Bud Light and stuff? They start smashing the Molly, and then the vapors rise up, and they're like, and all of a sudden,
well, now we're writing.
Yeah, all of a sudden they're like, I think Joe Biden is competent.
Is that blue I see?
Maybe Hillary Clinton's not so bad. Okay, no drug's gonna get you to say that. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR, so those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.